other parts of the world during their autumn, they get really one or two kinds of colors, and we get a whole rainbow of autumn colors. Boston's a very accessible city. We start out with a tour, and then in the afternoon you can go out and explore the different parts. We go to the Union Oyster House. That is the oldest continuously operating restaurant in the country. That lobster tank, when you walk in, you didn't think lobsters got as big as that. We do stop in Woodstock, Vermont. A lot of people say, now this is what I thought New England was all about. It's exactly what people picture. So the Gorge, it's a natural phenomenon that people don't expect to see. The cider mill is great fun. You taste the fresh cider, you actually see how it's being made. The press they're using goes back to 1919, so the process hasn't changed.
We stopped at the cider mill. That was a great visit. I think just about everybody tried their apple cider donut.
They make these great little cider donuts, and so it's a real treat. Ben & Jerry's is an interesting story. You gotta go see it. Then we do go down to the sugaring house. They talk you through the actual process of making syrup. There's not a lot of it, and it's a lot of work to make it. It's a beautiful setting too. You can see the White Mountains, you can see Mount Washington. Nothing compares to the different mountain scenery that you get on this trip. It's just magnificent scenery all the way through on this trip, whether you have leaves changing or not. So Lake Winnipesaukee with the White Mountains in the distance, that whole part of the trip in New Hampshire is really magnificent. Get on the lake and we have a lovely cruise. You see all the islands. And then you end up in Wolfboro, which is the oldest resort town in all of the United States. Boothbay Harbor in the summer booms, but in the fall, quiets down and the shops are still open. There's so many photo opportunities on the Boothbay Harbor Cruise. You've got lighthouses, you've got all the islands, you've got the seals, you've got the vista of the town itself as you're leaving and as you're coming back. There's just so much to see and do. The crew brings up a lobster trap so you can see how that craft works. That night we have a big lobster dinner and everybody who's never eaten a whole lobster before learns how to do it. And then people discover a whole new food. I think that a lot of people have tasted lobster before, but they've never tasted it right from the shell.
I would highly recommend this Colors of New England trip to anybody.
Whether you're coming from across the Atlantic Ocean or from the West Coast or from the South, if you haven't experienced New England in the fall, Colors of New England tour is the way to do it.